Have you seen the trend where men, mostly in comment sections, are complaining that if they're not like a 9 out of 10?
Serious question for my mans out there. Why are you guys not approaching women? What is that about? What is that about? I have seen so many hot guys lately, and we make eyes, we exchange the look.
Alright, so I've been seeing this guy all summer, but he hasn't asked you out yet. Here is what you need to know. I literally always forget to put these on, so I'm gonna try to mix them in.
Guys need to start approaching girls again in the bar because we want to be approached. At the end of the day, like, you should be able to read body language and figure out like which girl wants to be approached.
Have you seen the trend where men, mostly in comment sections, are complaining that if they're not like a 9 out of 10 or higher, that women just don't give them a chance and it's not fair and blah, 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 blah. I think it's so funny because for so long, women have had this insane pressure to look good all of the time. And it doesn't just determine our dating opportunities, it determines job opportunities, earning potential. Honestly, like every area of your life is affected by your appearance. And now that men are seeing the tiniest sliver of what we go through as women, now that we don't absolutely need them for survival and they actually have to bring something to the table, it's so funny to see their reaction and to hear them crashing out.
From her perspective, changing relationship expectations have shifted the dating landscape, fueling ongoing debates about attraction, value, and what each side brings to modern relationships.
I have a question for everyone that lives in New York, specifically the guys that live in New York. Why the fuck do you not go up to girls? Like, why is your favorite activity to just stare at a girl like this? Like you're glitched, like you're loading? I spent the first 2 years of college abroad, and coming to the US, to New York specifically, was such a culture shock. I cannot go from guys literally coming up to me to ask me to marry them to this. So let me know which dating app I should get on because apparently you can't meet people in real life in New York. Hinge is way too basic and all of my friends complain about it. They said good things about Hoppy, but I'm still waiting for an access code, so let me know.
From her perspective, fewer in-person approaches have transformed the dating experience, reinforcing discussions about why many people now rely on apps instead of real-world connections.
Serious question for my mans out there. Why are you guys not approaching women? What is that about? What is that about? I have seen so many hot guys lately, and we make eyes, we exchange the look, we have the look, and then there's nothing else. I'm like, are you gonna come approach me? Hello? I don't want to be the one to approach you, okay? Because that's not my man's. My man's has, you know, the balls that he has, and he's not afraid to come up to me and say something, say hello. So if you're a man out there, you know, you guys have balls for a reason. Use them. And don't be afraid to approach women because we don't want to do that, you know? This is just a pro tip, okay? Chime in.
From her perspective, the decline in men initiating conversations has become another sign of how changing dating norms are reshaping expectations around who makes the first move.
Is it just me or do men not approach women anymore? I fucking hate dating apps. I do not want to get back on one. I'd like to meet someone IRL, in real life, in the wild. But this seems hard as hell because if you are someone who doesn't go out to bars, it seems like at bars, it's socially acceptable for like people to approach each other. But everywhere else, like, you know, in a coffee shop or like in a restaurant or on the street, it seems like it's not like the norm anymore. Like everyone just kind of minds their own business. And I don't know if this is just me or if this is just where I live. I live in kind of a small town, or if it's like we've almost swung too far in the other direction. Because I remember when I was a teenager, like 15 years ago, men were like coming after me. I don't like, it was like borderline, like it was harassment. Well, like, I don't want to be harassed. We don't need to do that. But at the same time, like I don't know, I'd like people to talk to me. Like, I don't want, it feels like we've gone so far in the other direction where everyone kind of operates completely independently. They look down, like they pass someone, they don't even really say hi. They're looking at their phones. Like they'll be like, oh, that person's cute, but they won't do anything about it. And this makes it really hard, I think, when you're single, when you even just want to make friends, you want to connect with new people because everyone is just absorbed in their own world. Like, is everyone lonely? Like, is everyone, I don't know. It's just, I don't like this.
From her perspective, fewer face-to-face interactions have made meeting new people feel increasingly difficult. highlighting broader concerns about loneliness and the changing culture of modern dating.
So men don't approach women anymore because they're often referred to as creeps and they're scared of rejection. It's something that I hear a lot of. And I wanted to personally speak to this because I have a lot to say, because I am the biggest supporter of men being men and men pursuing women. Okay, so I'll preface this by saying that. But the problem is, a lot of men pursue women knowing that that woman is not interested in them. And therefore it leads to this negative culture with it. I could speak from my personal experience. I am a very respectful person. For the most part, any person that has ever approached me, tried to pursue me, that I knew I was not interested in, that person did not leave thinking about, oh, I've been rejected, what a terrible experience, they were never felt like a creep, none of that. However, I cannot tell you how many times I had been diplomatic or respectful about the decline, and it has led me to being borderline harassed. Whatever the reason may be at the time that I had rejected these people, I have heard things along the lines of not caring that I was in a relationship or insinuating that my relationship is not going to work out or not serious. I have been told, don't worry, I like guys, so don't worry about it. Like it was just clearly a lie. I've been told so many things under the sun. I've had people follow me. I've had people grab me, like while walking, to stop me. I've had a man grab me, right? So this is where you start to have this negative perception about this idea of being approached. And so the issue lies in the fact of men being able to decipher when a woman is genuinely interested, especially when that woman is very, very clear with her intentions. When someone says, I'm not interested, I'm not available, no, anything alluding to the fact of no or not interested needs to be taken with thank you, have a nice day. And that's how we create respectful encounters with approaches. And that's all it takes. And I think it's just certain people that overdo it and give a negative kind of perception of it based on the fact that they have no idea how to read social cues or they just don't care to, and that's a huge problem. And that's my 2 cents.
From her perspective, respectful approaches remain welcome, but the discussion highlighted how ignoring clear boundaries has shaped wider concerns about approaching strangers in modern dating.
All right, so I've been seeing this guy all summer, but he hasn't asked you out yet. Here is what you need to know. I literally always forget to put these on, so I'm going to try to mix them in. All right, I feel like every single girl goes through this, so I want to give you guys my advice. So I think the first and most important thing is that you really need to look at this guy's actions. Just obviously, if you guys have just been having sex, it's probably not looking too good. If a guy is like literally hitting you up at 2 a.m. and you're about to ask him, what are we? You are literally just a hookup to him. If this guy has never taken you on a date, girl, that's already a huge issue. He just doesn't see you as being his girlfriend and he probably only views you as a hookup. But say like things have been going good and he has taken you on plenty of dates, like he hangs out with you even if you guys aren't like hooking up, you guys like actually do activities together, it's not just purely like sex, and that definitely changes things. So if you're gonna ask him like what are we, say he just says like I just don't know if I'm ready for a relationship right now, here's what you need to do. You need to understand that a guy could like you and just still be really scared of commitment. And I know some people on here might tell you differently. A guy values his freedom so much. So if a guy feels like he doesn't need to commit, why would he? And if you are like at the point in the relationship where you feel like you're giving him kind of like girlfriend treatment without the girlfriend title, then why would he commit to you? He doesn't need to. The way he's viewing it is that, oh, she gives me sex, gives me company, gives me loyalty at no cost. So what are you going to do about this? You are going to give him an ultimatum. You are basically going to make it clear that you are not here to just be his little like sidekick. You need to remove your energy from this guy. So stop answering him like right away. Stop making him such a big priority. The thing is with guys is that you could tell them something a million times, but they do not respond to words. They respond to actions. Once they realize that they can't have you if they're still going to be playing games and stuff, that's when you're going to see a response. I'd say the most important thing when it comes to dating is being able to reciprocate the energy that a guy gives you. So if he's treating you like a priority, you're treating him like a priority. If he's not treating you like a priority and he can't commit to you, then you're moving on to your own life. Comment down below what you guys need guy advice on, and I would love to help you guys out.
From her perspective, commitment should follow consistent effort, reflecting the wider debate over whether unclear intentions are pushing more people away from modern dating.
So I saw this video the other day and I thought it was so funny because I related to it so much. There was a woman and she was out with her friends and she was like, someone better hit on me tonight. I'm sick of this. And I was like, ma'am, I feel you so much. Because I never get hit on in person. Like I get a lot of messages online and stuff, and I'm single, so I'm on dating apps. But just like at the grocery store, men don't just come over and say hi, like, how are you doing? They don't do that anymore. And so when I do meet men, and I ask them, I tell them, like, I don't usually get hit on in person. Would you, if you saw me at the store or wherever, would you come talk to me? And sometimes they say yes, but a lot of times they say no. And it's usually for one or two reasons. The first reason is because they assume I'm not single, which, like, sir, I'm walking around here with a ring-free hand. Like, why are you over there assuming things? But the second reason is because they said that women find it too aggressive and they don't like it. And I'm like, who are these women? Like, all the women I know, the single women, they appreciate it when a man is respectful and they come over and say, hi, you look nice or whatever. Because if we're out and we're dressed up, we look nice because we made an effort. And we appreciate it when men, or hell, even women, a fellow female comes and tells you, you look nice. So I'm trying to encourage you because I feel like men are scared of rejection, but let me tell you, the world is full of rejection. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And I will say that most women, they're not going to growl at you for telling them that they look nice or saying hi. I'm not saying none of them will, but let's be honest. If you say hi, you look nice to a woman, she growls at you, she did you a favor by showing you the crazy up front, because that could be 6 months down the line and then you see that crazy monster. I'm just saying. I mean, she could just be having a bad day, but if she's going to be rude about you telling her she looks nice, she's probably not a nice person. So just leave that one be. But for the rest of us, we appreciate a respectful man coming over and saying hi. And if we show signs of not being interested, no sweat off your nose. Keep it moving. It's not that serious. But on the other hand, you guys could really connect and be on a date next week. So I say all that to say this. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you see that beautiful woman, go take your shot. Go take it. She's over there waiting for you to tell her how beautiful she looks tonight, okay? Go forth, be bold, and flirt. And come say hi. Say hi, wave, smile. It all works.
From her perspective, respectful approaches are still appreciated, highlighting the ongoing debate over whether fear of rejection is changing how many men navigate modern dating.
Guys need to start approaching girls again in the bar because we want to be approached. At the end of the day, you should be able to read body language and figure out, which girl.
From his perspective, changing social norms have made initiating conversations more uncertain.
I just saw TikTok that said men aren't approaching women not because they're being told not to by women, but because they're just actually too scared, which is a valid reason. I don't want to go up to people and talk to them, even if I think they're hot. I'm scared too. But the men in his fucking comments being like, well, I'm too ugly. Well, I'm just scared if I do what they're gonna say or what they're gonna accuse us of. Well, I don't look like Chris Hemsworth, so I can't approach a woman. I'm telling you right now, if you have pure intentions when approaching a woman, and you're not trying to be creepy, if you're going up to a woman being like, yeah, I'm gonna get some tonight, that's creepy. If you're going up to a woman genuinely thinking I think she's pretty, let me see if I could start a conversation, that's different. Yeah, you could still get rejected. That's okay. The more comfortable you are doing it and the more confident you get, then you'll do it more, and maybe occasionally it will land. Trust me, I've been rejected. I've been called ugly by dudes. Maybe not to my face, but like on the internet. And I'm scared to approach men I find attractive, but not because I think, oh, they'll think I'm creepy and weird. Just because I think, they'll think I'm not attractive or something. And I'm like bad and awkward with conversations. But I'm telling you, men, if you want to approach women in public, you absolutely can. As long as you're not trying to be fucking creepy. No woman is gonna accuse you of anything if you're being fucking normal. There have been many dudes that have approached me who are not attractive, and did I politely decline? Yes. But shit.
From her perspective, respectful conversations should still be encouraged, while the discussion reflected how fear of rejection and changing social expectations continue to reshape modern dating.
One thing I will never understand, and it's such a lame shooting your shot approach, is when a guy will follow you, then he'll like 3 of your pictures, and that's it. That's it. That's the extent of him shooting his shot. Are you a girl? Was I supposed to see that and then I message you? God! If you're gonna follow me and spam like my pictures, shoot me a fucking DM. Cause this is gonna go nowhere. I'm not going to follow you back, and I'm sure as hell not DMing you first. It's the most stupid approach. There's no way this shit works. Like, I don't know you, so why would I follow back a stranger that followed me and liked my photos? Like, the only reason I'd follow you is if you sent me a DM and for some reason it caught my eye, and now I'm going to be like, okay, I'm gonna follow back, let's start talking. Which, mind you, for me personally, that doesn't happen, but I know a lot of girls respond. This is like the most pussy, non-masculine way to shoot your shot. It actually grosses me out, and whatever chance you had, it's gone now. Like, I seriously need y'all to grow up. Shoot your shot like a fucking man.
From her perspective, passive online gestures have replaced direct communication, reflecting why some believe confidence and genuine conversation are becoming increasingly rare in modern dating.
You said men stare but never approach. Okay, well, they're not man enough to approach. Too bad for them. You should only want people that are brave enough to approach. Like, why would you want somebody that's not brave enough to even approach you? Like, why do you even care? Okay. That's like people come to the car dealership, but they don't buy nothing. Okay, so why are you worried about it? Only deal with the people that got the money.
From his perspective, confidence remains an important part of attraction, reflecting the view that hesitation often determines who turns interest into real-world connections.
Guys don't approach girls at the bars anymore.
I do.
I don't expect guys to come up to me, but I know the caliber of my friends, and I know what those bitches look like, and they are some stunning. If guys aren't going up to them, guys aren't going up to fucking anyone. So I think if you're going up to girls at the bar in the first place, whether you say hi, whether you say, can I buy you a drink, whether you use Nick's line, which is a great line, by the way.
Thank you.
I think you have a million times better of a shot.
Yeah, I mean,
you really don't have all that much competition because guys aren't going up to girls. It's not like 15 guys are going up to a girl in a night to tell her how pretty she is. She probably gets 1 a night.
From her perspective, fewer men initiating conversations have lowered the competition for those who still approach, reflecting how modern dating norms continue to shift.
Have the men given up? I'm serious. They just stopped. They don't want to have sex anymore. They don't want to go on dates with women. They just want to hang out with their boys. Look, I get it. Men want to hang out with men. They want to do their thing. They don't want to care about women trauma anymore.